Hey, YouTube channel. I have a big question to ask. When is the right time to tell a guy or a female, regardless on the circumstance, that you still stand with your parents? Especially if you are like in your 30s, 40s, or beyond that. How do you explain to a guy or a female or whoever that you're dating or trying to date you or want to come see you? To me personally, I think it's more complicated to even tell a guy, especially if he's older or younger or even in your age bracket, that you still stand with both parents or even one. I think it's most likely crazy when you are 39 and a half and you still living with both parents. Because it's like, there's a lot of dudes that I have been talking to that want to come and stay with me, but I don't know how to really come out and come clean that I still stay with my parents or my dad. I don't know. I don't know if it's the right thing to do right off the bat or see if they will understand it. I think it's when your parents are getting older. When your parents are getting older, you kind of want to be there for them, but you also want to live your life. I have three siblings, but it's kind of complicated with one of them. Then the other one is my oldest sibling. She don't have nothing to do with our dad at all. It's complicated to do that when your sister or brother, whoever's the oldest, don't have crap to do with your mom or your dad at the moment. And then my brother that's 6 months younger than me, him and his family moved from California to Texas. So I truly understand that, especially that he has his father-in-law living with him. Then my youngest brother, that's more complicated than ever. And it's really difficult when people like your family expect for you to live your life, live like your best life, and trying to meet new people. But it seemed like I wouldn't know what to say or how to say it to any guy that is trying to talk to me, or I mean, that trying to date me, or whatever. I don't mind it. I don't mind meeting new people or talking to new people. I just don't know how to explain to anybody. I think it's most likely crazy when you trying to open up your heart to anybody and then to find out that, or for them to find out that you stand with your parents, or like I said, one or the other. It's it's stressful. To me, being a female, I think that's kind of like a hand to hand with the situation. Excuse me. About living with your parents and being a virgin. I think that is kind of like right there. They're kind of like on the same level to actually tell a guy that you're trying to see that you stand with whoever and then you're still a virgin. I'm better off for telling a guy that I'm a virgin over trying to tell him that my dad is sick, he's older, and I'm staying with him for a while. It's better to be open minded for a guy to be open minded. But if that was in reverse, and if a guy was still staying with his parents, or one or the other, there's no females that want to date a guy that's still staying with their parents, but you don't know the circumstance on why anybody should stand with both parents or one or the other. Because my circumstances way different than most. It was like way different than most. So I don't know what to do or even how to say it. There's a few guys that actually there's one in particular that I'm really trying to I'm really trying to date or even come close to dating him or open up to him. But it's complicated. This particular guy, he's cute, he's sexy, he's the type that I would love to be with. But at the end of the day, I don't know how to tell him the truth. There's other people that I would just say that I live in a certain part, but I really don't. Or I stay with my sister, and I really don't. Or it's complicated. I just want to know what's probably better. Tell that person right off the bat, like really show him or her, based on the circumstance, that you are staying with your parents. I mean, especially if you live in an apartment or if you live in an apartment and your name is also on the lease. Do you allow him or her to come over and be happy or go to a hotel? I just want to know what's more better. Be disrespectful towards the person that you stay with or get a hotel. Because me, myself, and I would not matter if I have my man here where we don't have to go to a hotel. And it's not to me, it's not that serious at all. To where that we have to spend a certain amount of money to go and get a big enough hotel where we could cook and stuff in there. I'm just trying to really understand the whole concept. I mean, I would cold-heartedly love to actually be in a relationship where I could be honest with somebody, where I could be fully honest with somebody. Like honestly, I would love to. So pretty much show my real self, my real authentic self, without trying to sugarcoat it. I got told that I was two-faced because I hang around Geminis. It's not even about the opposite zodiac sign. It's just me trying to be honest and authentic. I want to be authentic with the person I date or the person I get married to. All three of my siblings have dated, got married, and had kids. All three of my siblings got married, dated, got married, all have kids. I'm the only one. I'm the only one that have not got married or have kids. And then that's another thing that's really complicated with most people. Actually, with all dudes I talk to, all dudes are shocked that I never had kids, that I don't have kids, or I never been married. It's like most guys do like what they like. Most guys like what they like. They like the skinny females with no hips, thighs, and the small A-cup titties. Compared to other guys that do like the BBWs or the SS BBWs or whatnot. if most guys don't show you their phone, like legit, if you can't look on their social media or their pictures on their phones, then they're pretty much lying to you. I think most guys that won't date us are scared. But like I said, most guys like what they like. Most guys like the skinny females. Most guys like the big ones. It's just that you guys open up and tell your parents. I mean, tell your person that you did and that you still staying with your parents. Like at the end of the day, I would not mind it, but I think it would creep me out the most to actually tell somebody that that I'm digging completely. I'm the type that have a duffel bag that's already packed. I don't mind meeting you somewhere and we could chill at a hotel. But once again, my name is also on the lease. Like, my name is also on the lease, so like I'm scared. I'm really scared, nervous, and shocked at myself that I'm not in a relationship. But I don't know. I truly don't know. Like honestly, I truly don't know what's better. It's really crazy. I got told from multiple sources that I should tell a guy that's trying to date me that I'm still staying with my parents or still staying with my dad. Living in California is high. It's expensive to be out on your own. Like to be on your own. That means that you have to have one of your friends, most likely one of your friends, to move in with, one of your siblings. If not, there is a possibility that you have to move back with your parents. I mean, it is what it is that you gotta move back with your parents at a certain age because California is too expensive. So that you would have to pack and repack and move to a whole different state. But it's crazy because I'm born and raised in California, and I've always been a Cali girl to the way that I'm comfortable in California, but I also want to move. But then I also have a dad that's elderly. He's almost in his 70s or in his 70s. There's a lot to handle. Like point blank, that's a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle, really. It's really, cause I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that kid to put my dad in a nursing home either. I truly don't. I want to be that one to put my dad in a nursing home. A lot of people, a lot of kids are doing that to their parents. A lot of kids are putting their parents in nursing homes so they can go live their best life. But you never know. I mean, life is too short to only dictate yourself only to a bubble. I mean, when you rely on other people to take you places like to the mall, Walmart, Target, it's like a list. But then that's money that you trying to save. It's really outrageous. It's really outrageous. But I just think it's not sexy to tell a man or tell a female that you're still that you still live with your parents. I mean, there's certain stuff that you can't do. It's like being a female staying with your dad, or being a guy staying with your mom. You have to give yourself boundaries of what to do and what not to do. But it's, I mean, you have to understand that. Like, I give myself boundaries a lot, but then you have to understand sometimes I might slip up. I might slip up sometimes. Sometimes all it takes is one time to slip up. Like I said, you got boundaries though. There might be moments where I might drink before I go to sleep, trying to calm my nerves. There are times where I might want to do a 420, but with that, I gotta go outside. There's moments where I might be on the phone, and it's based on who I'm on the phone with. And it's based on, I might be on the phone with a sneaky leak. That's just on the phone. Sometimes it's on the phone. Sometimes I might be on TikTok. But it's always a sneaky link though. I don't mind having a sneaky link from time to time. But it's always like the cute ones, the sexy ones, the older ones that I have a. It's not a. It's not my type. I mean, it's not type, but it's more like a fantasy or what I'm really into. But it's always the ones that is on the East Coast. I always want to come and move in with me. But how you, like I said, how you explain it? How do you straight up explain to anybody that you're staying with? I mean, I can understand if I was staying with my sister, but my sister got a man now. Regardless, I mean, how do you explain, like, I mean, regardless on the circumstance. My sister, my three siblings, they all, like I said, they all dated. They, all of their siblings, I mean, all of their boyfriends and girlfriends, fiance, whoever, all know my parents, like both of them. But at the moment, like they all live with our parents until they all moved out. But to be the only one still, regardless, this thing with the parents or not, it's not attractive. At the end of the day, it sucks. It truly mentally it sucks. Cause then you be the only one doing certain stuff. It's like, for instance, as a daughter, I should stick to being a daughter. I should not stick to doing other stuff. Meaning, I should not have to cook for me and you. If I'm not cooking for my man, then I should not be have to cook, right? It's like the smallest thing I just want to know from y'all. The smallest, the smallest crap from y'all. That's one. Two is, how do you explain to a guy that you're still a virgin? Most guys also don't. Most guys, or all the guys that I've talked to, still don't believe it. Once again, I got told not to say nothing, not to put my business out on the street. But then there's a lot of females or a lot of dudes probably would not know how to open up to a female, to let a female know, or a female never open up to a guy, to let a guy know that still a virgin. A lot of guys that I've talked to, a lot of guys I've talked to, or some guys I've talked to, they will laugh. A lot of dudes will laugh. And I just think that crap is crazy. The fact that people tell me not to say nothing. But I got these dudes that don't know me that would laugh in front of my face. But my face says something different. Most guys don't get it. Like, for real. Most guys don't get it. Most guys on this planet don't get it. Because I guess a lot of dudes expect for you to, as a female, expect for you to spread your legs open to every dude on the face of this earth. And it's not even like that. Because if it was, I would have had different baby daddies. I would have had a bunch of kids. I would have had some type of disease. Like, how do you tell a guy that and make him believe you? Like, I don't know. Like, how do you do that? Like, for real, how do you do that? That's the crap that kind of like getting to me, though. How do you do that? I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not fair. Like I said, I tell a bunch of dudes that I'm a straight up virgin, and then they laugh. And I'm saying here, like, I'm not lying to you. I don't have no reason to lie to any dude on the face of this earth or any race. If you believe me or you don't have to. At the end of the day, I know what I am and I know my worth. And it's not me spreading my legs open. At that point, it's. But then I understand that it's really complicated because I have people that I know. I have people that I know that have not. I have people that I know that have like 4, 5, 6 kids. And none of the baby daddies don't have nothing to do with them. That is like the most outrageous crap ever. Is for somebody that never had. I mean, somebody that had all these kids. And I'm the only one that's single. I have some friends that got like 5 kids. And they are older. Like a year older. I know some that's younger than me. It's really outrageous between telling a man that you're still living with your dad and then telling somebody that you're a virgin. I mean, there's things. I mean, as a female, I do got needs. As a female, I do got needs on certain areas. But it also sucks because then the only thing I do rely on is toys. Yeah, it's toys or going back to the old way. And it's really outrageous that that's not the only thing that you have to satisfy yourself. I mean, at least I know my body enough to tell a guy how to really take his time or go a little faster or have him find that spot. But I'm really doubting myself on that too. I'm really doubting myself on telling a bunch of people, especially the dudes I talk to on an everyday basis. Like, um, it's really, it's really crazy though. I don't know how else to I don't know how to pretty much say it though. I just think it's not healthy. I just think it's not healthy not to tell a guy. I think it's definitely not healthy not to tell a guy that you, on both of those, I think it's not healthy. I think it's better off to tell a guy the truth and nothing but the truth on both of those things. Because as a female in particular, you can't get hurt as a female on the whole not telling the guy that you still a virgin. I think that that's not healthy at all. Cause I had a dream about that. I definitely had a dream last night about that. That I did not tell a guy. I was really like it was a crazy situation. On both of the two subjects I'm talking about. But the second one is about me being a virgin. He did not care that I was staying with my dad to take care of him because he understood that. Because he's in the same boat but his mom. Well, mind, this is just a crazy dream, but it's like a fact about it. It's like a crazy fact about the situation. So right when we was touching and kissing and whatnot, so we was building that up. We was building up the attention between the both of us. And it was the fact that I did not tell him at all. And in my dream, it was the fact that it's a difference between like an intimate choking somebody when you are in the intimate state of having sex compared to actually like a full force and you choking somebody to where they could black out and that can mess up somebody's psyche or their mental state. And that kind of like messed up. He got mad completely because I did not tell him. And it was just the way that he, and like I said, this is just like a dream I had last night. But it's not, I know it wasn't real, but it was like a dream that I was in a relationship with somebody and I did not tell him that I was still the V card. And he got mad. So everything stopped. We was there arguing, going back and forth. We was getting louder with our words in the whole night yard. There was this little way that and he's like a big dude. Like, for me, I like big dudes. Like the BB, it's kind of like the big boys. Like, to me. So he's like a big boy. Like I said, he was just like, it was in a dream. It was just the fact that it went left. So like I said, I'm trying to figure out if it's like the right thing to do to tell a man that it's to actually tell a man that to see if it's like the right thing to do. Because I know that if it was on reverse and he was a virgin, I would love for him to tell me, like right off the bat, like when we first started talking. Like for real. I would prefer the person I'm dating or even trying to date they still that they're still there. But I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know what's the best thing to do. Mentally, I don't want to break nobody's heart. Like mentally, I don't want to break nobody's heart. So I guess I gotta be the bigger person, put my big good pants on and say something. I guess. I'm fed up. No, I'm just, I don't know. Cause I'm tired of not being honest with myself and not being honest with dudes. It seems like it's not sexy enough that I'm not being honest. But then on the flip side of it all, I need to, cause it seems like I'm not. It seems like the only thing I know how to do is other stuff. Right? I don't know. I got told so many things. I got told so many stuff, what to do, what not to do. Everybody's suggesting stuff. Honestly, I can't even listen. I don't even listen to my own self or even to my own heart. I think this is why I'm so freaking aggressive. I don't know how to tell myself the truth. And it's like, even my sister told me not to say nothing. But then the fact that her fiance, now her husband, kind of got mad at her because she didn't say nothing. I'm really putting people's business out and shit like that. I'm putting everybody's business out on the street. I'm putting everybody's business out on the street. I'm just, the focus should be on me, but I don't know what else how else to say it though. It's not, mentally, it's not fair at all. It's not fair. I truly understand that I need to start being open and honest, but I don't know. I'm, I'm, I'm fed up mentally and physically. I'm fed up on being honest with folks. So hopefully stuff will change for the better. I hope it's not too late. I truly hope it's not too late. I hope it's not too late. I hope stuff will change. I hope stuff will change.